Yes, you hear thunder. It's a bug. The game plays thunder at the most inappropriate times. Oh, she's so heavy. You're flying from Innsbruck to Leerstadt in a 172. Good grief. Your sim crashed, Harris, but best thing to do is just close anything that you don't need. Like browsers, just close them. I tell you what, it's actually quite hilly here. Look at all this ridge line. $9,500. Mr. Wackaday, how you doing? A lot of crashing sends me memory issues. Yeah, I think it does. I think it runs out of memory and stuff. I've started running Microsoft Flight Sim with my browser closed and it's been more stable. Right, landing light off. Doing well, Mr. Wackaday, doing well. Got the group flight in a couple of hours' time. We're going to go down south of Indonesia, like island hopping. But if you are going to come along, I suggest you bring a turboprop, because some of the legs are quite long. That climb speed. I might have to just think about leveling off here. It's really struggling. Let's go 12k. Get the speed up. After shopping for fencing, I'm tuning in late. Impious, have you been able to find any fencing? Because I need to replace 2 fence panels in my garden, and it seems to me that all the fence panels, I think there's something wrong with the wood supply chain. Because it seems very, very hard to get fence panels right now. They're almost like toilet rolls. Been watching some of your old streams when you first started your beard, and I must say it turned out good. Well, thank you, Derbyshire. I had a guy in the stream yesterday saying, I've not been in for a while, what's with the beard? I'm like, well, I started growing it over 2 years ago, so quite clearly you've not been here for a while. I think so. I think there's some panic buying offences going on. Protect yourselves from corona, fence yourself in, quite literally. You bought the individual components. Oh, right, you're just gonna... Right, I see what you're doing. Bikes and flight sticks are in short supply. I can understand flight sticks. Bikes, I can also understand because of Corona. Fence panels? That's the one I'm not truly understanding. Will you try the Amaki MB339 release today? Is it Peiwa? I'm not clicking on the link because I don't want my browser to fire up. was also around when you didn't have a beard yet. I was quite surprised when I saw you again. The thing is, right, here's the thing, Kodiak. I'm now at that point where if like tomorrow I woke up and I got bored of my beard and I shaved it off, come next weekend when I stream, people will be like, whoa, you look so strange without a beard. I'm now at that point where it's no longer looking strange with a beard. I would now look strange without a beard. There we go, we're getting the airspeed building now. You work for a big bed manufacturer who's struggling for software from Scandinavia. He thinks logistics from the UK. Hey, you'll think so come January the 1st. Nah, I don't grow it any longer. I keep it trimmed at this length. With your beard, you look more like a squirrel, fair enough. Let's just back off on the throttle. You go for a bigger beard, you look like a true Viking. How can I put this? I don't like having a really short beard like stubble. I like it this length. It's like there's enough of it that you can, like, it covers your face and doesn't look thin, but it's not so long that it starts to just kind of do its own thing and start growing in all kinds of random directions. You know, if you start to grow a longer beard, the maintenance goes up exponentially. It really does. Like, you really then have to start grooming it and oiling it every day and just trying to keep it straight, otherwise it will just go poof. Yeah, I mean, I went through the whole itchy phase. I went through that. You still get the occasional itch, but... yeah, exactly, Dr. Blank. I'm just keeping it at this length, keeping it an even level all the way around. What I don't like is I don't like unmaintained facial hair, like where they've let the beard just do its own thing. I like it to look like they've deliberately shaped it. I mean, some people have long beards and they're deliberately shaped, they look fantastic, but personally I couldn't do the maintenance. Did you watch the Apple event? I did watch the Apple event. Neck beards. Some people have some really strange beards. Like, you know where they have the whole front of the face is shaved and then it kind of grows under, like you say, the neck beard look? I just don't get that. I don't get that at all. Yeah, I don't like mutton chops much either. That is definitely not food talk. Noel, good afternoon. It's quite nice weather over in Africa today. Actually, what's the temperature now? 11 Celsius. On the ground it was 38. Definitely nicer up here. You never saw the point of a goatee, sort of a can't decide beard. Well, some people just like a little, you know, like a, I don't know, just like I've had just the mustache and beard. I've had that look. It's when you get people like, is it, who is it who has that? Trying to think. People who just have like pencil line beards, you know, where it literally is just a very thin line going down the side of the face. The maintenance on that, oh my god. How can you not be shaving and then just one day go, oh no, just ruined it. Craig David does his with a biro. Well, that's cheating, isn't it? It's not a beard. That's just a drawing on your face. It's like these people who shave their eyebrows and then just paint eyebrows on. You just think, what's the point? Now you don't have any eyebrows. You just painted them on. So when you get sweaty, the sweat runs straight into your eyes, which is kind of what the eyebrows are for, to stop that. Do it with a ruler. Crikey. You couldn't do it to your own face, though, could you? I don't think. We're still doing Neofly, yes. We're just flying over the African savannah, or whatever it is. Check the plane's okay. Turn the boost pump on before switching tanks. Okay. Boost pump is on. Switch to the right tank. Boost pump is off. It's not a huge amount of fuel left, but I think it'll be good. We're doing 12 gallons an hour, so we're quite low on the fuel burn right now. Yeah, so if we have a look on Neofly now, you can see what's going on. So with Neofly, you basically find jobs, and you start off with either a Cessna 172 or an X-Cub. So I chose the Cessna 172. But since then, I've bought an SR22, which cost us about 15, 16 grand. And I've now got 5,800 Bitcoin left. I'm leveling up, so I'm now second officer instead of cadet. My next rank comes at 1,000 XP. And it's all local to your PC. It runs completely locally, but it gives you these like random jobs to do. Some of them, like this, will be taking a dodgy person only at night. Others will be like what we've got now, where you have to land some medical supplies or cargo, like things that are fragile. And the key thing with this is you have to land it with a vertical speed less than 200 feet per minute. Others will just be straight flights. Others will be rescue type things, where you take a doctor to the middle of an accident somewhere and you'll have to find somewhere to land, which was the last mission we did, which is quite tricky, trying to find somewhere to land. You can of course buy other planes, but you need the money. So a CJ4 Citation costs what's that, 3 or 30 or 3 million, I think. It's a lot of Bitcoin. But you basically, when you start on Neofly, you tell it where you want to start. And we just went for Africa. Thought Africa would be fun. But you can go anywhere in the world. You don't have to stay there either. You can move. You can either have your pilot flown somewhere else and pay for it, or you can fly it yourself and go wherever you want. I mean, I landed the SR-22 in a very difficult, difficult bit of bush to land in. But we did it okay. The main thing I like about it is quicker than the Cessna 172. Quite a bit quicker. What I like about it is it talks to you as well. Like that woman comes on the ATC audio and sort of tells you that the plane's being loaded or you're within 3 kilometers of your destination. I quite like that. But unlike on air, there's no back-end server. It's all happening on your machine only. And it only just connects into Microsoft Flight Sim. It doesn't install into Microsoft Flight Sim. Lake Opemba and Lake Kisali to the right. What country in Africa? Do you know? I don't know. It doesn't really tell you on the map. Oh yeah, it does. I tell a lie. Looks like we're in the Congo. Yeah, we started in the Congo. Well, I kind of just plan on, you know, flying off in different directions, just trying to track out. I'd like to go over to Tanzania, I think. I'd like to fly this direction. On air or FS economy. I think you can play either. One's paid though. Sounds fun. Yeah, it just gives you a bit more. I think Neofly, its main bonus is that it will get you to land in really difficult places. Like that last one. You know, there's been an incident here with an accident and you need to get a medic there. And you've got to find where to land. That's quite fun. Goatsy, thank you for 55 months. Do you know, it's only like, you realize how big Africa is when you start flying over it at like 140 miles an hour and you realize you're not really going very far. It's absolutely huge lakes. There's not much road infrastructure either, but there are roads, look. There's just not many of them at all. Is there a button to turn head tracking on and off during the flight? Yep. If you go to your track IR, you can map any button you want. And you just press that button. There's a pause tracking button that you can use. Which is what I do. So when I'm in flight, I have it paused. If I press that button, it just unpauses it. If I press this other button, it'll reset it. I can pause it again. Turns it off. I think it's probably a lot more than that, Boeing. A lot more than that. I mean, if you look at on a map, you know, mainland UK could basically fit inside the Sudan. Pretty much. Maybe even in Chad. If you look at the surface area of that compared to that, it's massive. Absolutely massive. Using a webcam right now, it's annoying if it's on all the time. Oh, you're using the facial tracking thing. Yeah, I'm using the head tracking. Some strange coloured land. Must be like the minerals and stuff. Persuade your wife only for so many flights and expenditures per month. Yeah, I hear you. No, that's true, Hideous. You need to look on the Google Earth globe properly to see it. Imagine crashing here. I wouldn't want to crash anywhere in Africa, if I'm honest. Never mind what you'll get bitten by, what will you get eaten by, or who's going to shoot at you. The drone pictures were cool in the Apple event. What do you think of it? What, you mean where they put an iPhone on a drone and flew it? That was interesting. I can't really see anybody doing it, but crikey. Starlink successfully launched another 60 satellites this morning. Can't wait for open beta to start. Wait, what's Starlink OS4? What's Starlink going to do for you that you currently can't do? I can't remember Pepsi Fever. You've pre-ordered your new phone, so you've just gone for the standard Pro then, not the Max one, the new one. I'm waiting for the bigger one, and I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm just going to go in the shop and get it. Just going to walk into the Apple store and go like, I'll have one of those. I actually want to see the colours in real life. I'm wondering if I like the blue one or not, until I see it in front of me. I don't know. Oh, I'll be getting the new phone, 100%. I'll get the new phone and I'll sell my current one. This is what I do, because whenever I change phone, it's always just before Christmas, and then I can sell the phone, because people always want iPhones for Christmas, like second hand. You waiting for next year's version 5G? I don't care about 5G right now. Why could I? I think 5G is years away. I'm not getting it for that reason. I'm getting it for the cameras and the HDR recording. The video potential is amazing. And my phone's 2 years old, and I'm quite happy to sell it because it's still quite wanted at that point. I am part of the upgrade program, but DPH. But the upgrade program only runs for 20 months, and I tend to keep my phone for 2 years. King Ghetto, I like the Apple ecosystem. You know, some people like the Android system. I like the Apple ecosystem. Get a real camera. I have 2 Panasonic GH5s, but I don't carry them around with me all the time like I carry my phone. So when I want to shoot video on the go, having a HDR compatible 10-bit recording iPhone is actually very, very handy for me. XS3 side values have tanked as well because of the amount of devices out there. I still reckon I'll get a few hundred. I mean, Apple would give me 200. I reckon I'll get closer to 400, maybe 350. It's still worth it. It's still 350 off my next phone. You check yours for 400 to 450, paid 1,300 2 years ago. That's pretty good for technology. You know, if you think about, if you bought a £1,300 graphics card 2 years ago, how much would you get for it right now? Lol, Hannah. There are plenty of so much better offers from companies like Sony, but as you know, it doesn't carry the Apple logo or ecosystem. Not really interested in the Apple logo. I just like the ecosystem of Apple. I find it easy to use, does what I want. I'm happy with it. Some people just don't like Apple, that's fine. Other people don't like Samsung or Android, whatever. It's your money. But, you know, I like the Apple ecosystem. Mr. Applestan, thank you for 64 months. You can still get 200 euros for your GPU that you got 4 years ago for 800. Interesting. What model of GPU is that? Most depreciation happens in the first 2 years. It's the same with cars. You know, if you buy a brand new car today, in 2 years' time, it'll be worth about 60% of its value. A GTX 1080? I suppose you would get 200 for a GTX 1080. Not a Ti though, is it? Maybe. When you say the Apple ecosystem, where's the Apple iMac? What do you mean? Car depreciation happens the first 2 miles. Well, you know, you've paid VAT on it for a kickoff. As a music producer, you tried doing it on Windows before, you prefer the Mac system any time of the day. If you're into music, the Apple is just a better proposition. I mean, you only have to look on Twitch. If you watch any of these music streamers like, I don't know, Anjuna or whatever, they always have Macs. There's a very good reason for that. There's irony there, isn't there? All these people who don't like Apple products don't realize how much of the music they listen to was actually made on a Mac. Oh, the irony. You're looking to pick up the folding phone. Have you seen that LG phone that turns into like a T-shaped thing? Have you seen that? That's pretty weird. It's a phone. It looks like a normal phone, and then it turn it. It's like, and it's actually got like the screen goes sideways, and then half a screen underneath in the shape of a letter T, like that. So the idea is you can like watch a video whilst responding to an email on the lower screen. It's interesting. I don't know how practical it is, but it's kind of cool. You talk to so many music composers at work, all Macs. Yep. They have like latency-free sound on a Mac that's pretty solid. That's one reason. You got the 11 Pro Max, you're not sure if you get the 12 Pro Max or the upgrade program too. I've got the 11 XS. I think it is, from 2 years ago. I'm going to go to the shop and put it next to the new ones and see which one I want to get, but I'm pretty certain I'll just get the big one. Even as a web developer who's stuck on a Windows laptop now, I prefer a MacBook. Developing on a Mac is actually really, it's actually really good. I've done it. I've done it for years. I've done development on Linux. I've done development on Windows. I've done development on a Mac. I really enjoyed developing on Linux, and I really enjoyed developing on the MacBook. Windows, like the whole shell environment is so much better on Linux and Mac. You bought the ultra-wide monitor review, is absolutely stunning. Nice one, Marco. Glad you're enjoying it, sir. I am. Ground speed of 153 knots, crosswind. It'd be nice if you had a tailwind. We should be landing just in time for the break, which would be nice. The new Windows subsystems for Linux is a game changer for Windows developers. I guess. It's playing catch up though. I mean, I built a Linux server this week, and you know, I haven't built a Linux server in about 2 years, I think. I used to do it a lot, and it was so refreshing just to get back into it and be like, oh, it was like putting on a pair of old comfy slippers, you know? It's like, oh, I remember this. This is so good. It's just so easy to work with. Is the keypad usable on the SR22 to input airports? I don't know if this keypad's... No. Keypad's completely dead. Nope. You have to do it via the standard kind of G1000 route. What I used to develop, crikey. What didn't I? Mostly business systems, like internal business systems is what I used to do. You know, systems for like big companies, systems like internal stuff for the employees to use to put information in, that kind of standard system. Music composers and recording engineers use Mac, however live sound engineers all use Windows, as majority of software is only available on Windows. Interesting. Live sound engineers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Have you played Stormworks yet? Not yet, Larry. Tower control, it is, let me show you. We're here. It's not really South Africa, it's more mid-Africa. In the Congo, basically, just here. You work as a live sound engineer, pretty much all Windows. Interesting. Why did they not make that software for the Mac then? Able, amazing. You should try developing on a different desktop. I think, if I remember, Microsoft is really starting to embrace the Linux environment. I was listening to some devs talking the other day, and they were saying that the whole C# ecosystem is being brought over to Linux, essentially. So you then have the choice of working in a Linux environment whilst writing in C#. That cloud is looking like it's getting more overcast to me. Microsoft is fully adapted to Linux nowadays. We get full adaptability no matter what the system. You see, I think that's a smart move by Microsoft. I think while they were under Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer, they were very much Windows only. But now with new leadership, I think they've realized with the internet platform, they're actually just better off in the internet world, just offering the choice. Like, just have the tools, have the ecosystem, but let people have the choice on what they run it on. They can't really... They tried for a long time to battle Linux, and you can't really battle a free open source movement like that. It's not easy. The best thing you can do is build tools for it and offer support around that, and that's what they're doing now. Matthew, what does that mean? Dying on a plane is even lower than dying in a bubble bath. What? I don't know. Maybe it means probability. Oh, so you're less likely of dying in a plane than you are of dying in a bubble bath. Now, here's the thing. I've heard of plenty of aircraft accidents where people have died. And I've watched a lot of aircraft investigation programs where people have died. I have never watched a bubble bath investigation program. I have never heard of anybody dying in a bubble bath. I don't know if that is because it just doesn't make the news. Like it doesn't hit the headlines. Or because there's no bubble bath accident investigation board. The BBIB. The BBIB. Oh, it's not the BBIB. The Bubble Bath Accident Investigation Board. The Bubble BBIB. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe that stat is true. I'm not arguing with the stat. I'm just saying I actually don't know of anybody that died in a bubble bath. People fall asleep in the tub. Yeah, but you don't die in the tub. Like, I've fallen asleep in the tub. And, you know, I'm not died. I'm still here. I could fall asleep in the tub again and not die. If I found myself slipping into the water, I'm fairly sure I'd wake up. Bath bombs, is that what it is? It's when they accidentally used a grenade instead of a bath bomb. That's what it was. Must admit the terrain's getting quite interesting around here. So the clouds. Paul, after changing layouts, you had seconds in the on-screen timers. Now you remove them. Why? They're very useful. Because people requested it. I had people saying the second timer is distracting. Could you go back to just minutes only? And I had nobody saying the second timer is really useful. Can you keep it? So I removed it. It's a 2-second fix for me. But whatever. They're probably slipping getting out. Well, yes, but hideous. The distinction was the bubble bath, not just a bath or a shower, because a lot of people take a shower standing in their bath, and they're just as likely to slip getting out of that as they are a bubble bath. You did say seconds were useful. I was in the useful camp. That's 2 of you. Lol, hibernate. Bubbles are known to be aggressors. Yeah, those aggressive bubbles. Well, let me ask you guys this question. Did any of you find the seconds on the time distracting? Like, did you not like it? Having the seconds on is not ideal because of stream delay. Interesting point. No opinion either way. At first it could be, but I got used to it. Not distracting, but not sure what the point of it is. Yeah. I did wonder that myself. I thought, why have we got seconds on here? Like, what is the usefulness of that? I think the only time it's potentially useful is maybe if you're trying to come back to an exact point in the stream, but then to the nearest minute is not that bad. Stream delay is exactly why seconds were useful. It's easy to see the delay with seconds. You can find that out anyway by clicking on the cog and saying show my latency to the streamer. Are you doing a short haul airliner flying? In what? In FSC or something? or just randomly. Start thinking about a descent shortly. I have no idea what the airfield elevation is here. FZRM. Maybe somebody could Google it and then I don't have to fire my browser up. Let's say it's 2,000, so I have to descend 10,000, which means 30 nautical. Won't take too long to slow down, so yeah. Just over 30 nautical will start descending, I guess. And that's just assuming an elevation of 2,000. But really don't know what it is. 1,800, that wasn't a bad guess then. So if we go down to 3,000, we'll be 1,200 over the field. This weather's getting a bit interesting. How are you finding Neofly? It's interesting. It's interesting at the moment. I'm curious to see how well it scales. I mean, I've noticed it does have like full airliners in it. I'm not really sure how you do bush flying in an airliner. That could be kind of cool, but I mean, it's free, it's fun. I like the little interesting missions where they get you to land next to random stuff. Wait, 1,400 meters? What are we talking about? Oh, the length of the runway, that's fine. That's fine. Hot drops are the best feature. Hot drops? That sounds like candy. What's the most excruciating self-inflicted pain that you've had? Mine is dropping a sofa on my big toe and my toenail dropped off. The most excruciating self-inflicting pain you've had? Probably when I fired up Fortnite. That was very painful. I very quickly uninstalled it and never played it again. But in all seriousness, I broke my little toe on a swimming pool. That hurt. And another thing that hurt was when I was playing squash. You're not going to like this. I was playing squash with my friend, and my squash trainer was a little bit too big, so my foot moved around inside of it, and I lunged for a shot. And as I lunged for a shot, as I put my foot down, my foot slid forward inside the trainer, and my big toe caught on the stitching inside the trainer. And as I put my foot down, it ripped my big toenail off my toe. That hurt a lot. That was not fun. And it was, as I touched the toenail was moving around on my toe. It was mobile. And I had to put like a plaster over it to hold the toe. You can imagine how painful it is. Awful. And I had to put a plaster over my toenail to keep it there, because if it had come off, it would have been just excruciating to touch. And I had to wait. It took about 3 months for a toenail to regrow. A toenail grew underneath of it, so it was sat there bobbing around for 3 months while it grew a new toenail underneath, and eventually that one fell away. It was not fun, and I wouldn't want to go through that again. Give me them trucks. Thank you for 1.5 years. Are you going to be doing any short-haul airliner flying? You just asked me that question. Or was that... I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Yes, no, maybe. Ryan Travis, thank you for 37 Holy cow, how are you? I'm good. I'm good, thank you. You had a collapsed vertebrae. Good grief. My nephew's got a like a collapsed hollow vertebrae, and he had to have it pinned, and then he started to get another one. Not good. Hey Ryan, welcome back. Oh, look at Hannah starting fires. Hey, Muffins, I didn't ask the question, bro. I did not ask the question. I'm going to go for a bio break, because we're going to have to start descending soon. So if you want you to confess to murder, all I have to do at this point applies is your toenail. True story, oil tank. You have more concentration of nerve endings under your nails than you do anywhere else in your body. And during war times, people use that for torture. I'll let your imagination run wild. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go for a bio break. I'm back. '60 nautical, okay. Chance of doing a video of you the Stream Deck setup? Yes, but not yet. When the time is right, I think. I want to see if I can get, because some people are building software for the Stream Deck to interface directly to Microsoft Flight Sim, so I'd like to see some of that working. We just found out you're getting another airplane at work. What, again? See, look what you did, Hannah. I've seen the SimRail 2021 trailer, yes. Yeah, it looks promising. I hope they deliver, is all I can say about that. I'm always cautious with this early access stuff. Especially since I think, if I remember... Was it SimRail or the other one? No, it wasn't SimRail, it was the other one, the Aerosoft one that's coming out. The developer of the Aerosoft one, the only thing that I can see that they've done is some OMSI add-ons. Ibanez, the first... There's going to be 2 videos from my IRL flight. The first one is almost ready. So that will be going out this week. And that was my flight down to Lid, so yeah. Can't remember. Did you use SimConnect for FS Economy? Yes. Yeah, there's SimConnect and FSUI PC, isn't there? You guys keen to see it? Well, it will be out this week. Your computer thinks SimConnect is a virus. Wow. You need a different virus scanner. That cloud is now down to our altitude. That's interesting. What, a Learjet 75? Blimey. Right, 48 nautical. We shall be descending soon. What virus scanner do I use? I just use the built-in Windows Defender. And then I am not stupid on the internet. And when you put those two things together, I'm pretty safe. You love everything on pizza except marinara. I don't like anchovies on pizza. Oh, nice, Mr. Pilot. Sounds like you're doing okay over there, whatever you're doing. Upgrading aircraft in Corona times? That's pretty unusual. Lol, Ken. Wing view hype. Actually, I should probably check the fuel situation. Yeah, I think we'll flick to the left, Gallon, for the descent. The left, Gallon, the left tank. Is it me or does that propeller look unusually white? It's very strange. The company's engineering firm, we have many new jobs currently closing by the end of the year due to the CARES Act incentives. I don't know what they are. Is that coronavirus something? Yeah, I think it's the lights. Look at it. You can see the light hitting it with the shadow here. It's like the way the light's catching the prop. We should probably start descending now anyway. I don't like the look of what's in front of us. Wow, it's not handling IAS mode very well. A government release. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, similar story over here. All the relief schemes are ending. Yes, it's Microsoft Flight Sim. Yes, it does. It always seems to be slightly above the speed that you selected. And it also tends to over and under pitch. It's that classic oscillation where it can't find its destination target very well. Basically, the PID settings are just wrong. That's what I get out of this. They should just hire like a PID engineer for a day and just get them to tweak these settings. Just fix it once and for all. Yes, I actually had an email from Honeycomb saying that they were going to send me the Honeycomb throttle. I think it's dispatched, so they were going to send it to me, but there's like an embargo date on the review, so I'm just clarifying that. But yeah, I am getting the throttle. I did donut, yes. I did actually put an order in as well. Does that mean you'll end up with 2? Yes. I will end up with 2, I think. Which will be perfect, because that will allow me to potentially do a giveaway of 1 in the run-up to Christmas. Maybe, as an option. It's Neofly, not Neoflight, and it's a bush pilot. It's a single-player bush pilot type piece of software that gives you reasons to fly and stuff. You've been playing Fable 3? Try and keep the speed up on the descent. Alright, get the landing lights back on. The destination north-south dirt runway seems pretty long. I think somebody said it was 1,400 meters. I don't know, Ashiro. We'll see. I wonder how long it would take to fly around the coast of Africa in a Cessna SR-22. Sorry, the Cirrus SR-22. I bet that'd take a while. Bit of both, simple sim. A long time, yeah. I reckon it'd take you a few weeks. Make some good videos out of that. Is it the Nile? I'm not exactly sure which river that is. You'd have to have a look. If you look at somewhere like Katanda, Kia, blimey. Have a look at Katanda and see what river that is. I don't know. That's why you've been playing other games. Well, there you go, you see. It's not just me. It doesn't change enough, quickly enough. Google says the African coastline is 30,500 kilometers. Wow. Yeah, that would take a while. It's the Congo River. Some people do simple sim. Left, good morning. This has been a minute. It has been a minute. Well, that's actually true, Bigfoot, because you can never ever measure the length of a coastline because it's an infinite fractal. In fact, the length of a coastline is infinite, technically, mathematically. How's the missus? Yeah, doing okay. You can't get deeper than atoms. Yes, you can. You can keep going. Go subatomic. Basically, it's a resolution problem. The smaller your resolution, it just starts to grow exponentially in distance. Just have a look on YouTube. There's a video about it. It's crazy. You recently became an EMT and you got a job. You start on the 27th. Okay, I left. Am I the only one who's putting their hand up at this point saying, what's an EMT? You calculate it and the Cessna 172 would be 135 hours without stopping. Yeah, that seems That seems a bit low. You couldn't do 30,000 Ks in 135 hours in a Cessna 172. It's a paramedic. Gotcha. Emergency medical technician. Everybody's a technician. You know the guys who collect my my bins every week? They're technicians. They're like garbage technicians. Flying Doctor, thank you very much for the host. Welcome, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you for the host, sir. Appreciate that. Flying Doctor. Do you know what? I used to watch. I remember there used to be an Australian TV series called The Flying Doctor. Sanitation engineer. No, they're called, like, I don't know, household waste technicians. That's waste management technician, yeah. You watched that show as well? What, The Flying Doctor? Yeah, I mean, the premise of the show was quite literally that he would fly to help people in the, you know, out in the Australian bush. Have a good flight, thank you. Have a good evening. Right, we're 11 nautical miles. We think the elevation's 1,800 feet. Temperature's gone back up. It's now 26 Celsius. Shame they're not technical enough to put your bin back anywhere near your house. Dude, I don't know what it is with these people, but yeah. They collect the bins and then they just dump them on the pavement nowhere near the houses. And if you didn't put your house number on the bin, then your neighbour would make off with it because yours is better than theirs. AirMed is really cool. If you get paramedic and volunteer, I watch a load of those AirMed programs. The helicopter AirMed stuff. The UK has got a series. Australia's got a series. I watch all of them. Right, so we've got no idea what this airfield looks like. All we know it's a north-south, and we should be able to picture it because it's right next to a river, which is very handy. We'll be looking at it right there, you know. Mr. Mib, thank you for 4 years support. Start diving a little bit quicker. We're going to overfly, get our speed down. Yeah, left. You'll have a lot of fun if you get to fly in those. Is that it? That's the closest thing I can see to a runway is that, just on the other side of these buildings. That looks like the road. I'm assuming this is the runway. Wait, is this a golf course? They've not seriously got a golf course in the middle of the Congo, surely. I don't think it is a golf course. It strangely looks like one, but I don't think it is one. Right, let's give it a quick overfly and have a look at what we're dealing with. That's definitely the one. That's a very strange airfield. Okay. I guess we'll land in there then. It's Luke. Will the vaccinations break upon landing? Well, this is the thing. I've got to somehow land these without breaking them. Not in the ideal sitting position. You got this. I got this, Muffins. We're going to try and land without breaking all the vaccine. Okay. On final. Yeah, this is the fragile cargo one. Nope, not reading that. This doesn't look very flat to me. Not reading that either.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking so we can check the cargo status.
That felt a bit rough, if I'm honest. That felt a bit rough. I'm not used to the ground, like, height in this compared to the Cessna. I think I probably broke stuff. Oh, you bunch of scumbags trying to pump me off as well. $50, $40, $30, $20, forbidden word, forbidden word. Oh boy. Iowa Scotsman, thank you for 42 months. Mr. Brett Sam, thank you for 33. If we reverse one of the threes and put them, do we have 1-8? Sorry, best I can come up with after 33 anniversaries. Hope you and Mrs. Squirrel a family are well. We're doing okay, thank you, Brett San. I hope you're fit and healthy down there on Guam. How's your V-speed landing? I don't think it was very good. I'm used to the float of the Cessna, and that didn't float very well, so we kind of planted it a bit. I reckon we were doing about 300, 350. We'll see.
Transporter from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Okay, she's happy with it. Get the beers out. Just unloaded the beer.
Transporter from dispatch. Cargo unloaded and checked. It is always a pleasure to work with you.
It is always a pleasure to work with you. Right, mission ended. We got XP plus 10%, so we got 66. Bonus landing XP plus 10%, 73. So we've now got 300 XP and 31,600 Bitcoin. Not bad. Anyway, that is it for now. I'll be taking a break now, guys. Since it's 4 o'clock, I shall be back at 5, where we'll be doing the group flights. So if you want to join for the group flights, come back in an hour. Exclamation mark routes if you want to see the route we're flying today. We're going to go down the islands south of Indonesia. So hopefully I shall see you later. But if you're heading out, have a great Sunday evening. I'm going to go and get some food, stretch my legs, and I'll be back in just less than an hour's time. Alright, so I shall see you in a bit. Take it easy. Bye for now.